Back with another video, and today I want to talk a little bit about life, government, politics, and all that shit. So what I want to start off with is the fact that I'm living with about 9 people right now. There's 3 adults and 6 kids, and it's driving me fucking mad, honestly. But I'm trying to really center myself in that and learn how to balance my levels of emotions right now. But it's really hard because I don't like to live with people. I like to either be alone or with like-minded people who have something to bring to the table of thought as far as learning from one another and feeding off one another and stuff like that. I cannot be around people who do not want to elevate in this type of way. Like, I can't learn anything from it. If you are the total opposite of me, and I'm not boasting or saying that I'm everything, because I ain't shit. I never been shit. Nobody is. But I'm saying, like, the way that I think is different from people in my family. They don't think of the things that I think on a daily. And when I bring it up, it's just like, huh? So that's what I mean. So, I was talking the other day to a friend that well, not so much a friend, but someone I've seen a lot over the years, but never talked to. And we finally actually met, and he was a friend of a friend that I was with at the time. So I met him. We started talking for a little bit about life, and we talked about, death, afterlife, and it was like, I had questions about dreams. He asked questions about dreams and like how you possibly come back as a new person when you die, you know. And it was very, like, I like those type of conversations because I would get into that deeper right now, but I can't because that type of thing goes really, really deep, and it surpasses religion even. So we're not gonna get into that right now. I'll save that for another video, but I'm just gonna give you guys a brief on what life has been like for me. So currently, right now, I'm trying to film for a skateboarding video, or a skate video for those who know me already and watch my channel. That's I've been working on that for like maybe almost a year now. Didn't think it would take that long, but it did, because it's hard to get good filmers. And the way that life works now, everybody's kind of going their own way or making up their own type of thing, to where it's like, if you're not this type of person, then we're just not going to pay much attention to you until you kind of get on our level. That's kind of how the world is. Everybody's trying to get on someone's level, or trying to create the level or be the level. And I think that's cool and all, that people are really trying to take their stuff to the next level and all that, but it just leaves the people who are trying to progress in the background, just like trying to get help when they can't. It takes longer for them. They're forgotten is what I'm trying to say. But I've just really been thinking about how to make changes in my life as far as who I am as a person, and how to shift the way negativity hits me, because I'm really sensitive. So when negativity does come around, it's really hard for me to just focus on positive things. Like, I'll be good for a moment because I'll be out and about doing something that I want to do, but when I come home, like, I'm really trying to get my mental right. I want to stop cursing. I want to stop getting angry, period. I want to be on the level of nothing can touch me. Unbothered. That's the word. But it just seems like I can't. Every time something positive happens, something negative follows after it. And it's like I never get that chance to just enjoy my positivity, or enjoy that good thing that I have for a brief moment. That's what I've been going through. I recently am living with 9 people. The last time I lived with 9 people was when I was getting visitation with my mother back in foster care. You know, because with us all together, there's 9. And now I'm living with 9 people. So I have to swallow that. Just take it. Shut the fuck up and just deal with it. Because that's life. And that's it. That's what people tell me. That's how things go. You just gotta get over it. Like, I didn't ask for this shit. My life was fine. Like, I was getting to a place where I was getting comfortable enough to really start being more and more positive. And right when that happened, I'm living with 9 motherfuckers. So that's how my life works. It's always been like that. That's why people, like, when people see me, they often say, "Why do you look sad?" It's not so much that I'm sad. It's just like, I don't have that vibrant look. I don't have that I love life look, because so much shit is always on my mind. And I'm working through it constantly, mentally, every single day. And I already have social anxiety. That, I believe, started about 2 years ago. And it's gotten worse, actually. You know, but I've learned to tame it a bit to where it's like I can be normal. Skateboarding really helps. Art really helps. Music really helps. But when I sit down and don't do anything and I just listen to the world and how it's just chaotic now, that's what gives me the anxiety. So it's like, think happy thoughts. But then there's times where you just can't do that. Because not everything is just happy, 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 happy all the time. And people want you to think that, like, be positive, you know? Just put the negativity out of your mind. Meditate. Do this, do that, do this, do that. And then it's like, when you try, it works. And you go right back into that same negativity the next minute. It doesn't make sense. Who wants to live a fucking life like that? Not me. 4 years ago, I was living here in this exact place. I got a girlfriend. We got our own place. I was with her for 4 years. But I was in the apartment we were in for 3 years. That recently just ended, that relationship. This is the first year I've been back in this place. And things have just gotten worse. Because I can't even blame anybody. I have to blame myself, which sucks, because it's like, if you would have just followed, you know, the way that everybody else does this, then you would have been alright. If you would have got this job and you would have made this much money, you would have been alright right now. Everybody's just pointing a finger at me when I need nothing but closure. Like, when I need somebody to lean on, everybody's just like, you did this, you it's your fault, you do this. Ignore them. Forget what they did. It's you. I'm not the one bringing negativity to myself. How it is. And this generation in 2018 is wild. Wild. Like, these kids don't know what order is as far as like parenting and what place they're in and what lane to stay in. They don't know that. They think they are the adults. And it's sad, because it's like the adults are trying to be kids and the kids are trying to be adults. And all you're left with is these old school motherfuckers who are just like trying to shed light on what life is and how to discipline. And everybody's just like, la 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 la. We live in 2018. That stuff is irrelevant. People are doing whatever the fuck they want to do now. It's just okay now. So where does that leave people like me? People like me, I mean people who are artistic, people who think far outside the box, people who want to know what the meaning of life is, who want to know more about the life they're living, about skin and bone and flesh and just what's inside you and what's out there, like in the universe, and that's the type of stuff I'm interested in. I'm not interested in what's playing on the radio. I'm not interested in this celebrity. I'm not interested in making this much money. I'm not living for materials. And that pisses people off for some reason. And then it makes me lose either friends or family or just strangers. Like, I can't get along with people. Like, I can't make friends because everyone thinks that I'm below the standard, and it's like, what is the standard? The standard has been made up by maybe one person who had an idea and everybody else just kind of followed it because they liked it, or someone said this is going to be a standard, and he or she made it sound so good that people were like, oh yeah, let's follow that guy. He seems like he knows what he's talking about. I don't have any answers. I'm just going to follow someone I think has the answers. And that's why I think it's okay to talk to yourself. Because I think, honestly, you're the best friend yet you will ever have. You can't depend on anybody to give you answers to anything. If you want answers, you either read it in a book or you just do what I do and observe. I don't read books on this stuff. I don't go to the internet for this stuff. Like, it's stuff that's obvious and things that happen. It's common sense. I've lived for 30 years now. So, I've seen changes in the world. And it's like, when I see something that's out of the ordinary, that I've seen before, but it's like different, and I'm like, that's artificial. And I call bullshit. That type of stuff pisses people. I don't know what people's minds are, but I guess I'm doing it alone because I don't think anytime soon, at least where I'm living, people are ever gonna be on the same chain as I am. Like, I don't think they're interested in what I have to say at all. I don't think the internet has interest in anything I have to say at all. Like, maybe 2 or 3 people might, but those people live way on the other side of the world somewhere. And it's like, you'll meet people on the other side of the world who think like you, but you can't see them. You can't talk to them physically. You can't manifest things together because they're on the other side of the world. But where you are right currently, it's like you hate everybody almost because everybody's just so blind to everything. And you can't get anything through to them because they've been blinded by the standard. Go figure. Like, that sucks. The only thing that should matter is nature and the order that is already in nature as of now. Airplanes, cars, money, anything. These glasses, this hat, these clothes are all materials. They're all man-made things that shouldn't really matter. There was order here on Earth before there was order. If that makes sense to you and it doesn't go over your head, I hope not. But there was order here on Earth before there was order. As far as government, as far as standard, as far as what society thinks of you, there was already order here. None of this shit mattered until one person said, here's the standard. This is what things should be like. And everybody just slowly but surely just followed that, and it got to the point where we're living where we are today. Dude, I don't know. It's disappointing, actually, because humans are all made as humans. Like, we're not different, really. We're not too much different at all. Like, some people might have legs, some people don't have legs. But we have a beating heart. We can think. If we can't think, we're eating the same. We're digesting it. What is not the same outside is probably the same inside, and what's not the same inside is probably the same outside. If that makes sense. Once again, I'm trying to make this make sense. But that's how it is. Standard. That's all it is. No one really has to follow any fucking rules, honestly. Like, the funny part about it is that you'll see movies where there'll be a rebellion against the oppressor, right? That only happens in movies. That doesn't happen like out here. Like, for example, not saying anything is really going to happen, but for example, if everyone hated Donald Trump so bad, if everyone hated the Ku Klux Klan so bad, if everyone hated that one person that was oppressing another person, everyone should rise against that person to stop him. If he's that powerful, what would be so hard about stopping one person who is a human being? They're not supernatural. Like, if there's a shooter who is trying to shoot up a school, all it would take is either one brave person or the whole rebellion, everyone, to just rush in on that person and stop him. Maybe 2 or 3 people might get hurt, who knows, but that person, he got stopped. But people are just, it's like, people are so afraid of things. And I understand that, but it's like, the world we live in now, you approach someone on the street and you try to talk to them and you get ignored, or you just get the silent treatment, or someone just doesn't want to sit next to you on the bus, you know, or like, for example, the other day, like, not the other day, like maybe a month ago or so, I was walking down the street with my nephews, and there was a lady, an Asian lady in a car with her trunk open at the light, ready to cross the light. I ran up to her car. Well, I didn't run up to her car. I walked up to her car. I didn't even knock on her window. When she saw me, immediately she got scared and turned around. Like, she turned her head the other way to the passenger seat, like she didn't see me. And I was telling her, your trunk is open. I was trying to word it with my mouth because she wouldn't even roll the window down. So she just ignored me the whole time. I kept trying to tell her, light turned green, she just took off. I looked at the dude that was behind her at the light, and I was like, humanity, man. What is humanity even coming to now? Like, that's the world we live in now, and it's sad because people are judging other people right off the bat. People are judging people right off the bat. And you all know the saying, don't judge a book by its cover, or never judge a book by its cover. Because most people who judged me before came to find that I was actually a nice guy. I maybe just either look sad, look homeless, speak a certain way, but I'm a genuine dude. I'm down to earth. Doesn't take much to make me happy. I don't need much. I'm a simple guy. But people would never know that because they're so busy judging me. They're so busy judging other people. And I don't know. Humanity, I don't know if there's any hope. We can do all the chanting, praying, make all the joyful music we want, or do all the things we do in order to save people. But I think at the end of the day, we can only save ourselves. That's all I'm gonna say for this video. So I hope it wasn't too long, but it probably is. But I really had to get this off my chest, so I'll bring more for sure in another video because I'm always thinking, so it'll never stop. And I need to get it out some other way. I can't play my music anymore because I live with 9 people. So that's not going to work anymore. I'm never going to be able to record until I get my own place. So until then, things are going to be the way they are. So I'm going to have to deal with it and change it myself. So see you guys in another video. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button, the notification bell as well, and just comment and all that good stuff if you feel like it. And see you guys in another video. Peace.